This is Jonathan.
Hey, Jonathan. This is John Sabatino. I'm the law enforcement commander for Canon PD. How are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm doing good. So I had plans to call you anyway today, but I just got off the phone with Officer Maudlin a little bit ago and said that you had called in and talked with him a little bit, and you of course wanted to talk with somebody else. So anyway, I'm getting in touch with you now.
Yeah, it was kind of a pretty traumatizing experience yesterday.
Absolutely, yeah. Holy cow. Your officers, I think, conducted themselves properly. Okay.
Given the circumstances.
Yeah.
I mean, the information they had in front of them was that it was a stolen vehicle, and that represents a threat. I have tremendous respect for what law enforcement has to deal with. A lot of law enforcement officers get killed every year, and I've got friends and family who are part of law enforcement, so
sure.
I totally understand what you're dealing with, and you have to be careful because otherwise you're at risk.
Yeah, absolutely.
However, I was an innocent person in that, and
yes.
And it was extremely unsettling, this understatement, to have guns pointed at me. But I get it, and I was treated. I think all of my interaction directly was with Officer Maudlin, and
okay.
He was very professional, and
good.
I don't feel like I was mistreated in any way. I guess my main concern is how on earth does a mistake like this occur in the state systems that would issue another plate? And then the other thing that seems strange is, as I'm sitting in the patrol car in handcuffs, it comes over saying, "Oh, it sounds like the DMV issued two duplicate plates to two different vehicles," but according to Officer Maudlin, the description was a stolen red F-150, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was a stolen, I don't know, some other color Silverado.
Yeah, it was. I think maybe black, like a black Silverado. Super confusing. I don't understand that either. I actually, right before I called you, I was talking with the dispatch supervisor, because they have more of a working knowledge with the NCIC CCIC system, which is how they run license plates and that sort of thing. And she was baffled also. I'm not sure exactly what took place. Our best assumption is that, so she did some research, and your plate was issued, or it was tagged as stolen in 2023, and she didn't have the information right in front of her to give me an exact date, a month and day, but 2023 by Denver PD. So our best guess is, which is kind of weird with personalized plates, because you don't normally, that's not a common thing, but our guess is that somebody had that plate in 2023, and they had their vehicle stolen, and Denver PD put it in as stolen, and that plate ended up, the vehicle ended up going away. The plate, was unregistered, or supposed to be unregistered. And then you ended up, after that, applying for this personalized plate and getting it. And somehow,
I just got the plate last fall, maybe.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly the date, but I applied for it probably in August, and maybe got it 30 days later.
Yeah, and I don't know what the state does for. They've obviously got to check the system to make sure there's not one in there, and then especially for crazy stuff like that, to still be connected to it, with it be a stolen alert and that sort of thing. So that's our guess, that it somehow didn't get taken out of the system, or it didn't get disconnected from that stolen vehicle entry, and I have no idea how the state.
Well, it seems like somebody connected the dots in the wrong way. My guess is the plate popped as a stolen vehicle, and they probably looked at the picture. Well, the plate's on a red F-150, so that's the vehicle that was stolen. And so I don't know if somebody connected the dots in their head and didn't actually look at the facts, which I kind of understand. Is like, you assume the plates or that is associated with just one vehicle. But I mean, the whole thing is just.
It's definitely a weird thing.
Well, and I don't even want to drive my truck. I mean, in fact, on the way home, I'm like, oh my God, if I get pulled over again, am I going to be lucky?
Sure.
I mean, what if I had stumbled getting on my truck or something?
Absolutely, yeah.
And it looked like, I was doing something I shouldn't have been doing. And
all of this for an incorrect entry or an entry that still exists. Yeah, I totally agree. I would feel the same way. So our plan, and by our, I mean the dispatch supervisor and I, our plan is to contact Denver PD and have them completely take that plate out of the system. Since they're the owner of the entry, it sounds like they're the ones that has to be the one to modify that. And I actually, as we're talking, I just got a text from the supervisor. She said Denver is reaching out to the case detective and confirming it's still an active steal. So that vehicle in question. If it is, they'll modify the hit and take the plate out. If not, they'll take the whole entire thing out. And she just said it's in progress though. So as soon as I get confirmation on what they've done, I will call you back and, give you peace of mind that, that it's been removed one way or the other. I'm hoping that'll be, sometime today.
Well, I understand how sometimes state systems, the data ends up in multiple places. Depending where you look, it may not.
No, so with
actually get taken out. So
no, and now, I mean, with your experience yesterday, I totally get that you would feel that way. And it only means so much because I'm just telling you this. There's only so much so much reassurance I can give you. But what I'm saying though is I can guarantee that once they remove that from the system, that it's removed. Like there's no other nook and cranny in the system for this thing to pop up. Once they, whether if that vehicle is still stolen, which I'm assuming it still is because it's still in the system, then they will just completely remove your plate from that entry. And we will double check that on our end. We can just make sure that your plate comes back, clear and valid to you on your Raptor, and that, we'll make sure that is taken care of. But I mean, I've been a cop for a little over 20 years now. I've never, ever seen this happen. When we remove something from the system, it's removed. Now, you can go back and, do like a history check, and it'll show that it was reported stolen on, whatever date and time and that sort of thing. But it would never be an active thing once it's removed. So, again, I mean, I get, you went through a crazy situation yesterday, and it's just the words coming out of my mouth. I'm sure that you're going to be a little gun shy for a little bit, but like I said, I've never seen this happen before. Once we remove a plate or a vehicle, or even like a gun or a stolen stereo or whatever, once we remove that from the system, then it's done. Like it's not, it won't be a thing anymore. But we'll confirm. We'll run it on our end again once Denver tells us that they've done the things, and we'll confirm that it comes back exactly how it should, with you as the registered owner, to your pickup, and clear and valid.
Yeah. So, do I have access to the police report for this?
Yes, sir. Yep. Absolutely.
And maybe email that to me.
Yep.
After it's all said and done.
I would be more than happy to do that. I'm actually, I'm in front of my computer now. If you want to rattle off your email address, I'll just, I'll send you just a blank one that way. Okay. Alrighty. I'm ready whenever you are.
It's jonathan.mcintosh@att.net, and that's JONATHAN@ATTOSH@ATT.net. I guess the other question, my head was kind of swimming at the moment, but it seemed like there was a swarm of officers, which I can understand. I don't know how. I saw state patrol, I saw local police, I saw
the sheriff's office.
Sheriff's office.
Yeah.
How many cars were involved? Because my goodness. I didn't like do an inventory because I was kind of freaked out. But.
Sure. Just off the top of my head, because I don't have the report in front of me right now, but I think that there was one Fremont County deputy, one state trooper, and then 2 of our guys, which would have been Maudlin and Officer Omi. And that's crazy that, I mean, the timing, I don't know how you want to word it, perfect or imperfect, because of the, the given totality of the situation, but literally everybody ended up being just right there. Yeah. So, I mean, if this was a real, legitimate thing, great, because we had the manpower that we needed.
Yes.
But yeah, that's it just kind of accidentally fell together with having manpower. I couldn't tell you the last time we had State Patrol with us, really on anything, and especially of anything of, significance. They just ended up being there at the right place at the right time, or wrong place at the wrong time.
Right.
But,
well,
yeah.
Given the circumstances.
Yes. Yeah.
And then I guess the other question is, do the officers involved have body cameras?
Yes, sir.
They do. Okay.
Yep.
And is that footage available to me?
It will be. Yes. So with the report, I can simply, once they go through the approval process, the reports, then I can make a request through records, and then records can simply just email you those. As far as the digital stuff, I'm not quite sure how that works. You can definitely, that can definitely be provided to you, but I don't know that it can be as simple as email or how they do that. But
Yeah,
I can dig into that.
I
can dig into that further.
The main question was, is it available?
Yep.
And again, I understand the situation that your officers have to proceed cautiously and assume that I'm potentially armed and dangerous,
Sure.
given the nature of the crime. And I don't know that they could have handled it any differently without putting their own lives at risk. That part I understand, but I mean, literally just talking about it makes me shake.
I bet. I have never. I've been in a lot of situations on the police side of things. I've never been in your seat with what happened yesterday, so I can't imagine. I mean, it sounds like you're literally just driving to go fishing, and you end up.
Yeah, well, it's the BASS is bass. I play bass guitar in a band.
They actually they said that they thought you were going fishing. I don't know if. Oh, that's right.
No,
okay.
We're in the process of selling our home in Pueblo and moving to. We have a place in Cripple Creek.
Oh, okay.
And, I had a pickup load of stuff that I was taking up.
Okay, I'm tracking.
But yeah, I play bass guitar in a band and,
cool. Okay.
Have for forever. So
yeah,
that's what that's about.
That's funny. Yeah, they must have been joking. Whoever it was that rattled that off yesterday. I literally thought, or maybe they assumed that you were heading up to the mountains to go fish. I don't know, but anyway, guitar bass, not a bass fish.
Bass.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
What band do you play with?
It's a band in Colorado Springs called Red Rocks Rebellion.
Huh. All right. Very cool.
Yeah, we're
awesome.
great bands.
Cool. Well,
all right, so I guess I'll wait. You have my email. I'll wait to hear back from you. And okay. I'm not driving that vehicle. It's my gig rig.
Yeah. Well,
but I'll be taking a different vehicle to I have a performance tonight, so I'm not taking it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and as soon as I get confirmation on, what Denver and dispatch, figure out, then I will call you back and let you know, and ASAP. As soon as I find out, I'll call you. And again, we'll double check it on our end to make sure that it comes back the way it should, and that there's no stolen vehicle hits and that sort of thing. It's literally just you as the registered owner and the make and model of the vehicle, and that it's clear and valid. But we'll I hear your assurances, but at the same time, I'm like, what if there's some, I don't know, old system or I travel out of state and it's in something that I got stuck in somebody else's database. Yeah,
I know some of these systems are really antiquated, and they don't get fixed. I mean, I'm a computer person and understand databases.
Well, and when I mentioned earlier in our conversation the NCIC, CCIC thing. So CCIC is for Colorado, so it's the Colorado database. The NCIC is national, so that would be out of state stuff. So that it's going to be handled in state and out of state, through CCIC and NCIC. It won't be any different. Like literally, if you were to go to Oregon, Oregon is not going to have any record of your stuff because your plate is a Colorado. So then they access it through NCIC, and that's how they, that's the.
Yeah.
The
Well,
database.
the stuff can be done properly. It just obviously there's something about the system that makes me not trust it right now.
Oh yeah, I totally, I totally understand your concern there. Given what you just went through. So yeah.
Yeah.
But,
all right. Well, I appreciate
Okay.
the call and the additional information. I may have additional questions as I kind of process this.
yeah, of course.
I'll watch for an email and notification. Meantime, I'm not driving the pickup until I know I can do it without.
Without
go through
having,
that again.
yeah, absolutely. And like I said, I will let you know as soon as that gets taken care of. The phone number I called you from is my personal cell phone. Save it. If you have any questions, text me, call me.
Okay.
If you're more of an email guy, you now have my email. So I'm here to reassure you and answer questions and do whatever I can to get this sorted out. So.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate your calling me, and I guess we'll just kind of take those next steps and kind of take it from there.
Alrighty. Thank you, sir. I appreciate
All
it.
right.
Okay. We'll talk to you after a while.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Yep. Bye.